Am I the a-hole for leaving after my girlfriend gave birth to our disabled child? I grew up in a home with a disabled brother. All of my parents' money and attention went to him. They pretty much forgot that I existed. All of our family activities were predicated on my brother's ability to participate. I didn't qualify for financial aid. I was not a great student, and honestly, attending college would have been a waste of money. Instead, my grandfather helped me get a job on the oil rigs. It's hard, dirty, lonely work, but it pays very well. I started as a floor hand apprentice. It is basically the lowest of the low. I did not cut off my family, but I did not go out of my way to stay in contact. I was working in another state and they did not have time for me anyway. I got a call about 10 years later. My little brother had passed away. I went to the funeral and my folks looked about 25 years older. It was good to see them, but I left pretty quickly afterwards. It is hard to explain, but I never really got attached to them since they had ignored me since I was 5. I was never abused or anything. I was just sort of a second thought. When my girlfriend got pregnant, I was happy. We had been together for 3 years and I was happy with her. I hope I was making her happy. We talked about it and we decided to get all the tests so we could know if we were going to have a healthy baby. Before the first test, we agreed that if we were not having a healthy baby, then we were not having a baby. I know it's a horrible thing to contemplate, but I had been through that life for 13 years, and I was free of it with no interest in going back. One of the tests came back positive for one of the conditions that we had decided we would not want in a child. Please understand that I am not in any way saying that people with disabilities should not be born, only that I knew I would not want to be around for that. We had a second, third, and even a fourth opinion. I spent a lot of my savings on tests that insurance would not cover in full. It was not a great time. Then my girlfriend said that she changed her mind, that she could not terminate. I argued with her for days, weeks, until it was too late. I told her that I would not choose to be around to help with the child, that I would pay child support, but that was it. Our relationship was on a cruise control from then until the baby was born. I made sure she got home safe from the hospital and then I went to work. I never went back. I paid the child support that I was ordered to pay by court. I did not fight or dodge it, but I have not seen her or her child since the hospital. I got married 3 years later. We are expecting our first child and I heard from my ex. The child had passed away. She wanted me to come to the funeral. I said no. I knew it was coming. It was still a gut punch. My parents are upset with me for how I handled things. They went to the funeral. I told them that I did not want the life they had lived while my brother was alive, and that my ex had tried to force me into after agreeing not to. They said that they were disappointed that they had not raised me right. I got angry and said they had not raised me at all. I asked them to show me anything they had from my childhood that showed that they had taken the slightest interest in me. They said that that wasn't fair because they had to take care for my brother. I just said that was my point and hung up. I feel bad about the whole thing, but my ex knew how I felt and why. To this day, I do not understand why she changed her mind. My wife and I talked before getting married and made the same decision, and thank God we did not have to make it, but she understood how I felt. Her mom and dad talked to us about it, and they told us that we had to do what was best for us. I had told them everything about my past that was relevant to my relationship with their daughter. Sorry for rambling, but I guess I'm just trying to put all my thoughts down while I have the courage to ask. Am I the a-hole? Um, I don't know. Let's read the top comment. Top comment. People have probably already said it, my guy, but you need to invest some of that oil rig money into yourself and see a therapist, a good one. Growing up neglected can cause all kinds of issues and trauma. You seem mature enough to know that your parents did their best, but there's clearly still resentment there. You're definitely not the a-hole, but neither is your ex-girlfriend, and neither are your parents. This is just a bad situation that anyone will struggle to feel anything but bad about. I agree. I feel like he needs to go to therapy and he needs to find a very, very good therapist. Obviously, to be abandoned as a child by your own parents, even if they were there, especially if they're there, that's really sad. But I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to make excuse for his parents because people willingly have kids and they should know how to take care of their kids when they have them, whether the child is healthy or not. But I don't think his ex-girlfriend was in the wrong at all either. I don't know, maybe she was. I mean, after all, he did tell her what his intentions were, so maybe, she could have terminated the child. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I the a-hole for cutting my mother-in-law out of our lives after she sent a wedding invitation to our baby we lost? I lost a baby in the second trimester. It was unbearably heartbreaking. I had to go in and deliver a baby that was gone. On top of the grief I was battling, I had to explain and console my young child who wanted a sister so badly and kept asking why she went away. My father-in-law and mother-in-law were such a-holes that weekend, acting like the loss and procedures wasn't a big deal during harassing my husband to come visit, and when he didn't, they showed up on our doorstep. It was a big fight, and both sides are still upset about that weekend. I have one of those birth flower bouquet prints on my wall. It has the birth flowers of the kids I now have and forget-me-nots for the baby we lost. My in-laws roll eyes, make faces, and make comments at it, and anytime I acknowledge the baby we lost. My mother-in-law had made snarky comments to others anytime I include the memory of the baby we lost like that. We've fought with her about it. It's part of the reason we have been low contact. I just got a wedding invitation from a cousin on her side that we've not seen in years. It was for my husband, myself, and our 3 kids. I only have 2 living kids. A family member said that was weird because they know the cousin called mother-in-law to ask how many kids we have since they didn't know, and it must have been a mistake. But another family member said that she just knows she did that to hurt me. Mother-in-law says she loves to play the villain, especially with her. Knowing her and what she has done in the past to be intentionally hurtful, in-law filed claiming she thought that's what we wanted. Hubs and I would bet money that she's over there smirking and waiting to say she thought we wanted our dead baby acknowledged. We were waiting to go full no contact until after Mother's Day because mother-in-law's mom passed away last month, and I thought it would be too hurtful for her to have. I would have done that exactly at that time, because did she think, oh, let me not do this hurtful thing to my daughter-in-law and my son who just lost their baby? I don't care, because without her mom, son, and grandkids, would I be the a-hole if I just went full on no contact a week before? Update: we blocked her and everything. I told my husband I think I need to cut her out immediately, and he said let's do it. The air already feels easier to breathe. Update 2. A new social media account was created late last night with no photos or info and messaged me a few times on Twitter, I think. I already blocked them, but the message was the effect of, "You're a stupid B-word and are not ready for what you have coming. We all hate you. We've told the whole town for years. They know what a controlling B-word you are. He's going to leave you and the kids for coming between him and his own mother. You are done ruining this family. You'll be alone and nobody will want you or the kids. Your punishment is coming. You are done for." Ugh. Anyways, well, she should be glad now that she definitely went no contact. I don't really understand family-in-laws that are vengeful and resentful and so mean and callous for absolutely no reason. All this family wanted was their baby to be acknowledged. It's hard to lose a child, whether it was born alive or whether it was born dead. Like, why can you just acknowledge your own grandchild? And the thing is, like, when family-in-laws are this callous, you think like this person doesn't have a random person's child. They have either your daughter's child or your son's child, which is literally your blood, your grandkid. How can you be this evil to your own blood? Like, what is wrong with people? Anyways, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.